Junie B. Jones and the Stupid Smelly Bus. Written by Barbara Park. Chapter 6. A Good Hider. When you're the very last one in line, nobody watches you. That's how come nobody saw me when I ducked behind the teacher's desk and hid. I'm a good hider. One time at Grandma Miller's house, I hid under the kitchen sink. Then I made a growly sound and sprung out at her. I'm not allowed to do that anymore. Anyway, I stayed scrunched behind the teacher's desk for a while, and then I saw a better place to hide. It was the big supply closet in the back of the room. And so I ran back there very fast, and I squeezed onto the bottom shelf. I squeezed right on top of the construction paper. Most of me was comfortable, except my head was sort of very tight, and my knees were all bended, like when I do a somersault. Then I pulled the door mostly closed. Don't shut it all the way, though, and I mean it, I said right out loud. I stayed real quiet for lots of minutes. Then I heard noises in the hall, and some feet came running into the room. Big people's feet, I think. What happened? I heard someone ask. One of my little girls is lost, said a voice that sounded like Mrs. Her name is Junie B. Jones, and she didn't get on the bus, so now we've got to go out looking for her. Then I heard some keys jingle, and the feet were running out again, and then the door shut. I still didn't come out of the closet, though. When you're a good hider, you can't come out for a very, very long time. I just stayed there all bended up, and I told myself a story. Not an out loud story. I just told it inside my head. It was called The Little Hiding Girl. I made it up, and this is how it went. Once upon a time, there was a little hiding girl. She was in a secret spot where nobody could find her. Except her head was very tight, and her brain was squishing out. But she still couldn't come out of her spot, or a smelly yellow monster would get her. And also, some meanies with chocolate milk. The end. After that, I rested my eyes. Resting your eyes is what my grandpa does when he watches TV after dinner. Then he snores, and Grandma Miller says, "Go to bed, Frank." It's not the same thing as a nap, though, 'cause naps are for babies, that's why. And anyway, I didn't snore. I just did a little drool. Then finally, when my eyes were done resting, they woke up. And so I came out of the closet and ran right to the window. And guess what? There weren't any cars in the parking lot, and no stupid smelly bus either. Whew, that's a relief, I said. A relief is when your stomach doesn't feel squeezy anymore. After that, I went back to the closet, 'cause while I was hiding, I sniffed the smell of clay, that's why. And clay is my very favorite thing in the whole world. Hey! I see it up there, I said. The clay was on the middle shelf. I stood on a chair to get it. It was blue and stiff, and so I had to roll it on the floor to make it soft and warm. Then I rolled it into a blue-orange. It was very beautiful, except it had some dirt and hair on it. After I was done, I went to the front of the room and sat down in my teacher's big chair. I like teachers' desks very much. The drawers are so big I could fit in one, I think. I opened up the top one. There were happy face stickers, and rubber bands, and also gold stars, which I love a very lot. I stuck one on my forehead. Then I found paper clips, and red marking pens, and new pencils with no points, and scissors, and travel tissues, and guess what else? Chalk, I said. Brand new chalk that's not even out of its little box yet. Then I stood up on my teacher's chair and clapped my hands together very loud. I want everyone to find a chair and sit down. Today we are going to learn some alphabet and some reading. And also, I will teach you how to make a blue orange. But first, everyone has to watch me draw stuff. Then I went to the board and drew with my brand new chalk. I drew a bean and a carrot and some curly hair. Then I wrote some O's. O's are my bestest letter. After that, I bowed. Thank you very much, I said. Now you may all go out for recess. I smiled. Except for not that Jim. Chapter 7. Peeky Holes and Spying. After a while, I started to get a little bit thirsty. That's what happens when chalk sprinkles get in your throat. I would like a drink of water, I think, I said. Then I put my hands on my hips. Yeah, only what if somebody sees you at the water fountain? Then they might call the Stupid Smelly Bus to come get you, and so you better not go. I stamped my foot. Yeah, only I have to go, 'cause there's dumb chalk in my throat. Then all of a sudden, I got a great idea. I pulled a chair over to the door, and I peeked out the window at the top. I'm a good peeker. One time I peeked right into Grandpa Miller's mouth when he was sleeping. And I saw that dangly thing that hangs down the back. I didn't touch it though, 'cause I didn't have a little stick or anything, that's why. Anyway, I didn't see anybody in the hall, and so I opened the door a crack. And I sniffed, 'cause when you sniff, you can smell if there's people around. I learned sniffing from my dog, Tickle. Dogs can smell everything. People can mostly just smell big smells, like stink and flowers and dinner. Nope, don't smell anyone, I said. Then I ran to the water fountain and I drank for a long time. And nobody tapped on me and said, "Hurry up, girl." After that, I stood on my tippy toes and I tippy-toed to the media center. 'Cause I love that place, remember? The media center is kind of like a fort. The shelves are like walls, and the books are sort of like bricks. And you can move some of them around and make peeky holes. Peeky holes are what you spy out of. Then, if you see somebody coming, you can make your breath very quiet, and they won't find you. I spied for a long time, but nobody came. The only people in the media center were just me and some fish. The fish were in a big glass tank. I waved at them in there. Then I stirred them with a pencil. I love fish very much. I eat them for dinner with coleslaw. Just then, I saw my most favorite thing in the whole world. Its name is an electric pencil sharpener, and it was sitting right on the librarian's desk. "Hey," I said, very excited. "I think I know how to work that thing." Then I looked in the desk drawer, and guess what? There were lots of brand new pencils in there. And so I sharpened them. It was funner than anything, 'cause an electric pencil sharpener makes a nice noise, and you can make pencils as teeny as you want. You just keep pushing them into the little hole, and they just keep on getting teenier and teenier. It doesn't work on crayons, though. I tried a red one. Then the pencil sharpener slowed way down, and then it made a rrrr sound. And after that, it didn't go anymore. Just then, I heard a noise. It was walking feet, and it made me scared inside, 'cause I didn't want anyone to find me, that's why. And so I squatted way down and looked through my peeky hole. Then I saw a man with a trash can. He was singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. That's a song I know. It's from my favorite movie, which is called The Wizard of Oz. The man with the can didn't see me. He walked down the hall. Then I heard him go outside. I stayed squatted down for a long time. But he never came back. Whew, that was a close one, I said. And so then I ran to find a better place to hide.